Okay. Think I'm live. Okay. I just need to. Where's my setup? No. Okay. I need to find my camera here real quick. Hang on one sec, guys. Hang on one sec. Oh, here we go. Okay. So maybe I did find my cam. All right. Here we go. Okay. I was like, what is going on? Perfect. Okay, I'm on. I'm live. Okay, perfect. Um, Sweet. Let me see if I can. Hang on one sec, guys. Adjust my camera. It's a little bit higher. Okay, perfect. Woo. Okay. Okay. We are live. Yeah, we're live. We're here. We are good to go. Perfect. This stream is going good. Okay. We should be pretty close actually to the announcement. At least cross my fingers. That's gonna be it. Let's see. Let me just copy that real quick. Let me edit this post and save. Let's see if I can edit. Okay. Hopefully I got people coming in. Okay, no. Where's my live stream? Right here. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. So welcome. And let's just see what happens. It should already be announced. If I'm not mistaken, right now in Tokyo, Japan, it's about 11:52. So based on what I'm seeing, so let's see. Okay, so it hasn't been announced yet on Autorama. So there's two sources I always go to. I go Autorama or I go B&H, and usually they post it pretty quick. So that's my go-to for right now. But so far I have not seen anything yet. I'm checking as I go, guys, but I am trying to see if I'm able to find something. Let's see. Okay, so right now. But one of the things that I'm looking forward to, I hope it has the stack sensor, just like what we see on the Canon R3. So far nothing yet has been announced. So I am waiting for confirmation in the meantime. If you guys want to chat on, if you guys want to go ahead and be in the chat, you guys want to ask me any questions right now, let me know. Be more than happy to answer them for you. Anything you're looking forward to, the Canon R6 Mark II. I do have the specs, I believe, pulled up. Yep. So I have the specs pulled up, but still waiting to see what is going to happen here in just a little bit. So far, I've not gotten anything yet. But I think definitely it'll have a stack sensor, just like what we see on the Canon R3. And if that's the case, that's going to be amazing. So currently, what I'm shooting on right now is the Canon R5, and that Canon R5. I mean, yeah, what I'm looking forward to is what we see on the Canon R7 that I currently own. This Canon R7 right here, of course, has unlimited. I mean, you have no record limit, right? So there's no timer on it or anything like that. So that's what I'm hoping to see with this Canon R6 Mark II, and I don't see why they would keep that 2959. So crossing my fingers here that hopefully we hear something pretty soon. Now, I'm still checking on. Hold on, guys. Let me see. Maybe I got something here. But I'm currently just checking on Autorama B&H to see if it's available. I'll tell you this. So when the Canon R7 was announced, I've actually seen it on Autorama like right away, like right away. And so I ordered the R7 right away. And so that's what I'm hoping here to find. Hopefully, I can, because if I do see an Adorama before anybody else posts it on YouTube, then I'll let you guys know about those specs and kind of compare those two. Um, right now, I have two in the chat. Hello. Three now. We have three people in chat. Awesome. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Are you guys excited to have the Canon R6 Mark II already announced? Now, oh, looks like, hold on a sec. No, that's not it. So for those of you that have watched my channel over time, I've ordered or pre-ordered the Canon R6 when it was announced in August of 2020, alongside the Canon R5. And so I've had that camera since day one when it was shipped, and I got it, and I did a bunch of tests. And those can, you guys can see those in in my channel here. So those videos are there. So far I have not gotten anything here. But yeah, the one of the things that was plaguing this R6 was overheating. Now I am currently um in Utah, and so during the summertime, it got pretty hot. I'm talking about in 2021 and this year, and so Canon R6 would of course overheat or the timer be diminished, right? From 29:59, I record 4K 60 for like 5-10 minutes, and then I got like 15 minutes left before it could overheat. So it wasn't very, to me personally as a wedding videographer, it's not very reliable. So I need something that can handle that, right? Like Canon R5 had the newest firmware update, 1.6. And so with that being said, that helped out a lot. So, and I wish that 1.6 was with the R6, and that way we would have that control temperature to set to high, and I most likely would have kept the R6. But I think the reason why was because Canon knew. I was like, oh, we're just coming out with the Canon R6 Mark II, just really, really quick. We're just gonna announce it. So, okay, I think we got something. Maybe, let's see. Nothing is being announced so far. Give me one sec, guys. I think. Let me see. So right now, I'm just checking as we go. And please, for those of you watching, go ahead and just join the chat. I want you guys to ask me questions or let me know what your thoughts are on the Canon R6 Mark II. But I do have the specs pulled up, and then I'm going to compare those specs between when the release time is and between now and then. I go based on what it was said on Canon Rumors. I mean, there was that flyer that we all saw. It showed 1152. So I don't know. I'm not seeing anything currently. If you guys see something, let me know in the chat. I would love to see that. But currently I have nothing pulled up yet. Oh man. It's pretty intense. It's pretty intense here. Oh man. So currently I'm shooting with the R5, and I sold my Canon R6 because of that, because I know I couldn't record 4K 60 for a certain amount of time, even with the timer. And so that once I heard about the 1.6 on the R5 and there was no overheating 4K 60, I had to just sell it and get the R5, and so that's what I got right now, and that's what you're currently seeing on it's on me on the R5. But the R6 Mark II, it I I don't know, but for sure, if everything meets the needs that I needed to do, of course, full frame coming from a crop sensor R7, I think I would just sell this R7 and then just have the R6 Mark II along with the R5. And as a wedding videographer, I want to be able to have the best of both worlds for a long time. I especially when you're recording like ceremonies. That's one of the things that you definitely want to have on a certain position of the groom or bride. You want to just hit record and just let it record. 'Cause ceremonies can be 30 minutes, or if you do Catholic weddings, they can be like an hour or more. And I need something that can record that long in at least 4K 24. Um, but not to worry about the overheating. So that's that's it. I think we have something. I think we have something. Hold on a sec. Uh oh, right now there's nothing. Oh, right now there's nothing. Oh, I'm still waiting. Oh, come on. Nothing. There's nothing right now that's coming up. Mm, you know what? Let me do this real quick. So I'm ready to order. I'm ready to order the Canon R6 Mark II. I have a strong feeling that it will have that stack sensor, just like the R3. It's gotta have it. It's gotta have it. I mean, that would be a beautiful upgrade. And of course, the timer gone. Oh, man, that in itself will make it a beast camera. Like they say on Canon rumors, that would make it a beast camera to have. Um, I do have also. I've seen the pictures of the Canon R6 Mark II, right? That were in Canon rumors. If you haven't seen it, but here's the thing: I still have the battery grip for the R5 and the R6, so that's good news, right? That's really good news to have the battery grip that will fit the Canon R6 Mark II. So that makes me really happy because I can live with that. I can live with that. So far, nothing. I'm checking. I'm checking. If I see something, I'm like, oh no. Wait, hold on. No, that's nothing. I see some other people going live, but I have not seen anybody yet announce it. So let me tell you a little story about really quick story. Hold on a sec. Yeah, so let me tell you a little bit of a story on the Canon R7. So I didn't know this Canon R7 launched in the evening. Um, it launched like around 10 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. It was like 10 o'clock. And for me, it was like, wait, what? Canon just announced an R7? Like I mean, I've heard about it, but I didn't know it was gonna launch that evening. So I want to go ahead and I was like, oh man, it's on Autorama. People have been talking about it. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I quickly immediately just put the order in for the R7 and got it. I was lucky to get it early. Um Give me one sec here, guys. Huh. Okay. I'm getting some text here. Okay. All right. So okay, let's see. Hopefully, come on. It's already 9:04. I don't know what's going on. It's 9:04, and um I keep thinking of that I'm getting a text right now. Hold on. I keep thinking of that one flyer that says 11:52, and I'm like, oh man, no, it's not. It's not launching right now. Why say hey guys? There were like 5 people here at one time, so that's why I'm saying plural. I'm not saying no. I can't say guys right now. See that right now? There's 3 people, so there's more people coming in here. Um, I keep getting texts. Let's see. See, I have friends that also are into cameras, just like myself, and they are letting me know they're also want to know about the R6 Mark II. Like they have no idea because some own the R6 and they use it for weddings mainly, and so this would be a wonderful upgrade for them. Okay, I'm gonna. Oh my goodness. Okay, turn that off for a little bit here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's see. My phone's going off. It's like buzzing. Like I gotcha. I gotcha. Okay, so new video. Okay, let's see. No. Okay. Like go to my sources here, but I can't seem to find nobody's right now finding out. Um so that I know someone that um I know this friend of mine that knows another friend that lives in Japan that is into cameras. And so I'm kind of like texting back and forth, see if he hears anything out there. Um so if he has anything and it's like a legit source, something that has to do with the R6 Mark II, then I'll let you guys know. Price? Um, it's on Canon Room is 24.99. I'm gonna say it's gonna stick around that same price because that's what I paid for the first version of the R6 was 24.99. Actually, no, I paid a little bit more. I paid 27.99, I believe, because I ordered it with the kit lens back in August of 2020. So but this one, if it's just the body, then I just want the body. I don't need the kit lens. I've invested already in L lens. I'm currently shooting right now is the 24 to 105 f4L lens that I'm currently using right now. So give me one sec. Oh, here we go. I think I hear something. No, false alarm. Okay. So there's nothing going on here, but I'm definitely excited to, and I'm sure if you guys are looking forward to it, if everything pans out and every feature that you guys are thinking of that would make it like a really great camera for you. I mean, it's a great investment, and that's how I look at it. It's just an investment, especially for when I do weddings. I look at this like I invested so much in so much gear. It's ridiculous because I started off with the Canon Rebel SL2 and the Nifty 50. And that's how I did weddings. A Rebel SL2, which is a crop sensor camera, and then a Nifty 50, which was great in low light, but the body of the camera was not good in low light. So yeah, it's not very cool. Um, yeah, I'm glad and it takes hard work, guys. So one of the things that you have to know is, oh, it costs 24.99. Yeah, back then I would have looked at it, I was like, oh, I can't afford it. And so what I would do is how can I improve the quality that I'm delivering to my clients? And for me, it was investing in actually, yeah, and not only investing in myself, but also if I didn't have the money, then I knew I had the money to rent. And that's what I did. I rented the bodies and the lenses. And little by little, by doing so and getting more of those high quality jobs, then I was able to build up enough equity or enough money to, afford the lenses that I do now. Um, let's see. Okay, I stopped getting texts here. So, okay, so his friend here in like out there in Japan does not have any info yet. So he's if there's someone out there that lives in Japan, I'm sure they're gonna get that source really quick. No, I haven't heard anything. But yeah, I haven't heard anything yet. I'm trying to think the last time that the R7 was announced, it was in the evening. And it was around, I wouldn't say 10 o'clock. And now 10 o'clock mountain time. So I don't know what time, what zone or time zone you guys are in. Um, but for me here, mountain time, it's 9:11. And so when it gets to like 10 o'clock, hopefully before then, we hear something. At least we know something, or maybe someone can leak something. Um, let's see. Okay. Okay. Um, someone is. Did someone said that? Oh no, nobody said that. Okay, I keep hearing about someone's sort of confirming with me. I guess I'm not sure. Okay, let me see this. Oh, okay. Well, that's not. I don't know. Someone is saying that it has a stack sensor already. It comes with one. I'm not gonna confirm that because I'm waiting to see if that's true. I'd rather give you guys the facts, and I don't want to guess on those facts. But uh, so far nothing. So far nothing, man. Oh, any minute, I hope. And then we're here until like midnight. I'm only gonna be here for like, let's see, I'm only gonna be here, guys, till like 10. So about like 45 more minutes and see what happens. I'll be live. And if nothing happens, then pretty sure it'll happen within the hour after that. So oh my goodness. And in Tokyo, Japan, it is 12:13 p.m. Um, what's going on? Hold on, I'll figure it out right now. Oh, you know what? Let me do something. Mm-hmm. Okay. How do I do this? Is this okay? So I'm currently checking Canon Japan's website, and so far there's nothing. So no announcement. And then I know everything's in Japanese, but I can translate this here on my computer. But so far, if I'm checking, Canon.jp, nothing. Nada. My texts say, "How should you get your sign?" Okay, that's not it. Yep. So I'm here. Ask me any questions you guys want. Um, I'll be here for the next 45 minutes unless I hear something else. Yep. So let me know what questions you have about the what do you think the R6? Do you think the Canon R6 Mark II will have that stack sensor like the R3? Because I think it will. So what happens is when you have a stack sensor, it just makes this camera a whole lot better. A whole lot better in low light as well as rolling shutter. So let's see. Come on, let's go. Oh, there's one thing. And there's actually one thing that nobody's bringing this up, but one thing that I would love to see on the Mark II version of the Canon R6 is, and this would be a huge thing for me actually, because I said I'm a videographer first. Would be that HDMI, okay? That micro HDMI has to go. Like, really, hold on a second, guys. Let me see if I can go back up here. Sorry. My camera kind of went off a little bit. Hang on one sec, guys. Sorry about that. Okay. So that micro HDMI has to go away. Uh, they don't show it like on the leak images. They don't show if it's actually the full HDMI or it's a semi, like half of the HDMI. I mean, come on. Even my Rebel SL2 had a decent HDMI. A decent HDMI. A decent HDMI. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I know I'm not the only one that's tired of seeing the micros. Um, they're just so loose. It is true. It's pretty loose, and hopefully maybe they do something with this, but I don't. I have no idea. So far, I have nothing on here. Let's see if I have something here. No. Guys, the chat line is open for questions. If you guys going to ask me anything, it could be an April Fool's joke, right? Okay, I'm only going to be here for the next 40 minutes just to see, just to make sure. But if nothing happens, nothing happens. But what's going to happen? I think what will happen is that after I log out, maybe like 10 minutes after, something's going to happen and something's going to pop up. I don't know. I don't know. It usually happens, doesn't it? I mean, I'm sure you guys have figured that out, right? In your life, where you're like, well, I won't purchase this or I won't get this or something like that happens. Then guess what? You're out of stock, right? You can't even purchase it anymore because you have to wait now. That's what happened with the R7. That's what happened with the R7. I was like, whoa, I didn't know it was like the R. Okay, so the R7. I'm trying to remember if it was at 10 o'clock at night, and I was just on my phone at 10 o'clock at night, and now this is again Mountain Time, um, the time zone here, and I was like looking at it, my Facebook post actually, and somebody said, "Hey, the R7 is right now ready to buy on Autorama," and I was like, "Oh my good, what an R7? quickly rushed down here to the basement, and I immediately saw it, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta go get the R7." So I immediately put the order in, knowing that the R7, rumors about it, of course, that it didn't have the timer, the 2959. You can record, longer than that, and it would not overheat, and you can record 4K 24, 4K 60, crop, and then no crop. So, but anyways, so that was exciting. So I'm oh, hold on, guys. Maybe I have something here. Hang on a sec. So what I'm doing right now is okay. Okay, something's happening. Um, hang on a sec, guys. Hang on a sec. Give me one moment here. I'm trying to see. Okay, so that's not it. I get all excited about. Come on now. It should be happening already. Um, what questions do you guys have? Do you guys have any other questions about R6? You have questions about the R5 that I'm currently recording in? Or maybe you haven't purchased that. Or maybe you haven't purchased even the R7. So if you have any questions about any of these R6, R5, R7, let me know. Let me know in the chat. So if you just join in, um, I am in constant communication, okay, via text with a friend of mine, and which he has a friend that lives in Japan. And so if I get any notifications of what those specs are before they even are published, that would be awesome. I'll let you guys know like right away. So, but sometimes it will happen. Um, you know what? I don't think they are gonna upgrade the RP. I think okay, so the R okay, so I used to have the R, and I can't remember what was the last firmware on that and when that was delivered. I think that was back in 2020. I could be wrong, but I don't think there. I mean, the RP could, people have said there could be a RP Mark II, right? I think they're skipping that. I think the R and the RP lineup of those two are gone. I think now Canon is more focused on the R by numbers, right? So R6, R5, R7, R3, um, and they're just coming out with more R's, including the R1, the first R. Yeah, not the first R, but you get the point. R1 was supposed to be the flagship, even though I think the R3 is just phenomenal. I don't have the R3, but I think it's phenomenal. Um, yeah, so that's my thoughts on that. But I appreciate the question. Hang on, let me see what I can find here. By the way, guys, if you guys oh, hold on a sec. I'm like a hawk. I'm really just trying to see what I can get today. Now, do bear with me. This is my first live stream I'm doing this on my channel, so um are what? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see what I have here. Okay. Oh, I agree. Yeah, I was there. I was a low budget guy when I started off. So, and I had to like scrape and claw with that Rebel SL2. In 2020, I was doing a lot of backyard weddings because of COVID, and that was the camera that I knew is like I keep hearing everybody has like at that time, right? They either had the R, um, not the RP. I didn't hear a lot about RP, but they had the either the R or the 5D Mark IV because of it was full frame. Um, I was leaning towards the RP more at one point, but that just faded away because I was renting out the cameras. So I was renting out the R and the lens because I was still on the DSLR mode all of 2020, and I couldn't even afford at that time. I couldn't even afford the RF kit lenses. But when it comes to renting, it was like $60 for an R and like a 24 to 105, for example. It was $60 to rent it for a day. And knowing that at that time, backyard weddings were a thing because venues were closing down. Um, and yeah, that's all I could afford. I mean, but my quality was going up. And so my clients were picking up on that. And so little by little, I was able to save up. And I just didn't want to get the R. I was thinking about getting the RP. Actually, I was thinking about getting the RP at one point, like I said. It was early in 20 no, it was in I wanna say July of 2020, and then I keep hearing about the announcement of the R6 and R5, so I was waiting for that, and once they announced the R6, um, then that's when I made the jump. I didn't have the whole amount, but I used my credit card, and I just had to pay half of it, and so because I knew I had upcoming weddings, and I knew I was gonna pay it off. So, once I had the body, then I started doing just renting out lenses for, like, $30 per day. So, um, yeah, batteries. Oh, talking about batteries, here's some I have this charger. I have this charger right here. I don't know if you can see that. And I charge and now these are third-party batteries, and they work really well. But I always have I like I said, I have a battery grip. So I have the OEM battery grip for the R5, and then of course it's gonna look like for the R6. Sorry, I got a little bit distracted. I want to see what's going on. Nobody's posting anything. People are saying, okay, so I keep hearing someone did say that it's gonna happen at midnight. I'm like, not my time at midnight. Nope. I'll be dead asleep. Um, I am so tired. And no, I don't have a Red Bull. So can't stay up that late. So, but if you have a battery grip, right? I'm trying to see what else I have around here laying around. Um, but if you have that battery grip, the R5 that I'm currently filming in, I've used the R grip like during receptions via video and or a wedding day. That thing lasts me almost all day. Like I don't have to change the battery. It's that good. Um, because I'm constantly turning it off too, turning on, turning off when I'm not using it. But it's just been a machine. So I don't know about this Mark II version, but I know for a fact that the battery grip will fit the Mark II because it's the same body, just different components on the inside, and then just a few changes on the top. So see, yeah, guys, we got about I think about 15-20 minutes or so. I'm gonna call it quits. I have no idea. I mean, Okay, so the flyer said 11:52 p.m. Oh, I'm sorry, 11:52. I don't know if it was PM or AM, but I was here at 11 according to Tokyo time. I was here like 20 minutes before that. Um, so I was hoping to hear something. But I want to talk about really quick. Let's see. I'm just checking real quick. Autorama, checking B&H, and let me see that real quick before I start chatting about what I think this camera will definitely have. And should have. Hang on one sec. So right now, there's nothing. So right now there is nada, zippo. So nothing exciting is happening. In the meantime, let's talk about those specs, right? The rumored specs. Um, what would be nice, I think, but I don't know. I doubt it'll happen. Is the 1080 at 120, just like the regular R6. Excuse me. I was hoping that it would be four. Well, I would love it to have a 4K 120, but they don't mention any of it. It's because I think that's where you have a, a CF Express Type B kind of card that can handle those kind of big files. Because 120 frames per second, it's a lot of data that's being written in those kind of cards, and so you need a Type B kind of card that can handle those speeds. Um, okay, let's. I haven't got a text yet, so but I did tell him to tell me if I hear anything, if they hear anything out there. Oh, for a sec, I thought that was it right there. Nope. All right, let's see. I think okay. Let's talk about those specs because I want to forget. Where are you at? There you are. So 24 megapixel full frame, CMOS sensor, um, dual pixel raw, dual pixel CMOS autofocus. I think the autofocus. Here's the thing. I have to say this, but the R7 autofocus, because I've used this in cases where it has happened. I forgot my R5, let's say on the first look, on the first look when it happens, or on the bridal shoot. Um, and thank goodness for the R7 that came in handy. But the autofocus, I think it's a little bit more better than the R5. I know that's hard, but that's what I've noticed. Now I could fiddle around with the settings on the R5, but that's just my impression on it. And I believe that kind of speeds is what we're getting on the R6 Mark II. I have that feeling. Next up, in-body stabilization, which if you do use a gimbal, I will tell you this. I have used my gimbal many times on the R6, the first version, and then the R5, and I'm steering away from the gimbal side of things because of how good the in-body stabilization is getting. That even if I shoot handheld with my monitor or my rig setup, then I can. It still looks good. Still looks good. Let's see. Is anybody okay? So let's see if I have anything else. So what's next? Digital teleconverter. I'm not familiar with it. Um, 12 frames per second mechanical. Not a photo guy. Mostly, I'm a video guy. Hybrid auto. When they say hybrid auto, I think it's basically going to be best of both worlds. Um, you're going to get the best here. 4K 30 no crop, and of course 4K 60 cropped, which wasn't a big deal for me when I used it on the first version of the R6. Canon Log 3, which I have used. HDR PQ is not very. I haven't used that very like at all on the first version of the R6 or the R5. So yeah. but when I shoot Canon Log 3, that dynamic range is it's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's great or compared to the C70. That's you're looking at or the R5C because those things are just on another level when it comes to dynamic range. It's amazing. Cloud raw processing. I've never used that one. RF and RFS lenses. Yep. The dual card slot. Um, let me talk about those card slots here. So recently, and I'm still keeping my lookout if there's anything happening as I talk. But let me see if I can click here. Recently, I don't know if you guys heard this or not, but Sabrent has been coming out with their version of um, like SD cards and Type B CF Express cards, which are very affordable, by the way. Um, and Sabrent is very reliable. I have friends that have like Macs. They've installed SSDs from Sabrent and they've had it for years and years. And so they're very reliable. And so when they came out with their SD cards and their type Type B CF Express cards, I jumped on it. The 512 you can find them on Amazon for like 199. I bought one. Uh, and I use it because my R5 is can record 4K 120, so I need that. That's the reason. Um, but if you guys haven't checked that out, check out Sabrent's on Amazon. I know their V90 version 2 cards or SD cards are pretty expensive, but I think their V60 version 2s are going to be affordable. But I'm using SanDisk's SD cards because I just always felt like SanDisk are a very reliable company, and so they haven't let me down at all. I had one with the R6 actually, one SanDisk SD card since 2020, and it hasn't failed me. It does look beat up. I don't know if I have it here or not. I don't. Well, actually, I do. Hold on, guys. Let me show you. I actually got this right here. Oh, actually, no, I don't have it. Hold on a sec, guys. Okay. Okay, so this is a cheap case I bought on Amazon. But really quick. I would spend extra money, which I should have invested in this instead of this. I bought this. Well, it lasts me for a while, so I'm not gonna be mad about it. But I bought this small rig case, which I will do a review on. And in here, it's so the build quality of these, where I keep all my cards, amazing. Oh, it's like waterproof. Like even if water can't even get in here. But let me just show you an example of how reliable these cards are. I don't know if you can see that very well or not. Oh, let me see if I can. I can't see that well. Okay, maybe right there. See how beat up that looks? That looks beat up. That's a beat up card. That and it still works. Still writes and reads amazing data. So this case is very durable. Small rig. Can't go wrong with small rig. Oh, which by the way, I do have a small rig cage for the R6 Mark II. Because it's the same body, so it'll fit. I'm happy with that. Um, it will be released in 15 minutes. Holy macro. Okay. I have somebody that, oh, well, he's in Japan, so he must know too. But he hasn't heard anything. I haven't heard anything back. Oh, my goodness. Okay. 15 minutes, guys. 15 more minutes. We can do this, right? We can handle it. I mean, who's excited for this camera, though? Be honest. Let me know in the chat. Are you guys excited for this camera? And if this is your first camera, you should be excited. Because I guess what? I've owned the first R6 version. And I pre-ordered that thing. The day it launched, I pre-ordered it. And I got it in August. And as soon as I got it in August, I did a lot of tests. And my channel reflects that. You can see that. You have to go look way back though. Overheating tests, right? Mainly overheating tests. I mean, there's so much more than that. Overheating, battery grip, like how long the battery lasts. Tried with multiple SD cards, which SD card is the best for the R6. Yeah, there's so much tests I've done, and you know, it's just the beginning. So now I have the R5, and then R7, second body, third body, hopefully. Well, actually, not hopefully. I definitely want it. I want this. I want to see this Canon R6 Mark II. So, 15 minutes. Come on. Should be less now. So we got 15 minutes. Okay. You guys want to chat about anything else? I might. There isn't one here. No, I guess not. Is there anything else you guys want to know? So yes, Sony came out with these. What is this? Sony A7 R5, A7R5 version 5 or something like that. And I keep thinking to myself, when you look at that camera, guess what it has on the outside? What's the one feature that I want that on the R6 Mark II? Which probably won't. Oh, I hope it will. It's that one. The Sony one has an HDMI, like a full HDMI. I just don't like micro HDMIs. I don't like micro HDMIs. I'm gonna rant that over and over, but I just don't. I just don't. Wait, I should set my timer. Right now, what? 10 minutes? What? 11, 12? Siri, set the timer for 11 minutes. There you go. I have a timer set up, so that way, in case it were to happen, sometimes it comes out earlier than what you think. So be on the lookout. If you do see it before I do, let me know in the chat. I'm constantly refreshing Autorama here. Now I purchased all my cameras through Autorama. And I'll tell you why. Now this happened with the R6, the first version, and the R5 and the R7 is B&H took a while. Even when they were in stock, I knew I was like on top of the first batch of orders, and then just gone. No. I was like, nope. So I placed my order on Autorama and I did it. Autorama was quick. When they had it in stock with the first batch of orders, that was part of that first batch, R5, R6, and R7. It went pretty quick. I got it quick. So still not out here. Come on. I want to see it. My phone's gonna about to ring. Come on. R6, Mark II. Ooh, my goodness, this is gonna be exciting. Come on, R6 Mark II. So someone in the chat, if you're just joining, said that it will happen in the next 15 minutes. That was about, that's now, how many more minutes? We have 8 more minutes. 8 more minutes. And then we'll see. We'll see. And usually what happens when the cameras launch, the YouTube reviewers, right? Like the big guys usually will get it first published out into the YouTube world. Because trust me, if I if I had it, it's hard for me to even keep a secret sometimes. I get so excited. No, but if I were to have it, I wouldn't release my video till then. Ooh. But I'll tell you what happened. So there was one YouTuber that released the R7 specs. Everything was released about the R7. One YouTuber did it an hour before the actual launch. I remember that. Man, I was hoping that would happen here too. I would be done by now. So let's see. All right. Come on now. Oh, hold on a sec. Sorry, guys. Let me see. Oh, okay. My screen and my camera timed out for a little bit. I had to reset that. If you're just joining, you have 6 minutes. If it's true. I actually got a text from a friend of mine now, and he is saying that it's should be announced in the next 10 minutes. Okay, that's good. That's a good confirmation. Okay, there we go. Okay. So it will be 10 o'clock then, Mountain Time. I don't know. What I am curious. What time is it where you guys are at? Okay, so I see someone on the chat said 7:28 in the morning, Wednesday morning already. Wow. It's it's 9:48 right now. And it's nighttime. And I'm like, oh, let's get this going. But the one thing I'm gonna call it right now is it I'm gonna call it, it will have a stack sensor, just like the R3. I'm gonna call that right now. That's gonna be huge if it comes to be. We need that stack sensor. This R6, man, is gonna be a beast. The version 2. It's gonna be a beast. Oh my goodness. Let me know what time is it where you're at. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna close this, and I'm going to get some water ready. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait. When it's released, of course, I'm gonna watch the videos a little bit later, but I'm gonna quickly explain when it's actually released. I'm gonna explain and hopefully it's within the next 4 or 5 minutes from now. Explain the facts of the differences between what was rumor and what is true, and I'll give you my initial thoughts. So it shouldn't be much of an upgrade, but the biggest thing that I'm looking forward to are two things: a stack sensor and the removing of that stupid 29:59 minutes. Ugh. I mean, okay, if it has a micro HDMI, yeah, yeah, you're right. It is. It's yeah. I noticed that too. Someone mentioned it to me. I don't know if it was here. So I do have two kind of sources here going at the same time. So I have my phones. I have a friend of mine that texts me. His friend actually is in Japan. Um, so if he gets any rumors or knowing the actual specs before anything gets announced, then perfect. And then I have another one here I'm chatting with, not on this platform, but on a different platform here on Messenger, and then um, we're just going through everything. So stack sensor, right? That's what we're looking for. It's not confirmed yet. Stack sensor, just like the R3, and the removal of that 29:59. I can pass it. I can overlook the micro HDMI. But if it does have a full HDMI, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Okay. So it should happen within the next 2 minutes. See if that's true. And for those of you watching, again, let me emphasize on something really quick. Um, I figured this out kind of that I found out that if you order this camera, the Canon R6 Mark II, do it through Autorama. If you're the first batch, they'll ship out to you immediately. If you order it through B&H, it has not been a good experience for me because I ordered through B&H. What? It wasn't a camera. It was more of a no. It was a camera because I had an R before, so I ordered an R through them, but it took a while to ship. A while. So, and then I canceled it, and so I went back to Autorama, ordered the R there, and got it immediately. And I used that as a second until the R7 came out, and then of course I sold my R. All right. If you guys see anything besides myself trying to scout here, let me know. Okay. It should happen now. Anytime now. I wish they put in that US time. Or at least a European time too, but these things I'm just refreshing as I go, guys. So just don't mind my clicking. My alarm's about to go off. There it is. It's been 15 minutes. Let's see how that holds up. Uh, have you guys checked B&H already? See if it's been posted there? I'm checking right now, actually. I still will not get it through B&H, though. No. Still showing the Sony camera in there. So no. No. I'm refreshing right now, Autorama. Because my account's still there. All right. So it's been 15 minutes. Should be announced. If not, then I will move on, and then I hope that it will be around 10. It'll be around 10 o'clock around my time. So in 5 more minutes, it'll be 10 o'clock here. Oh, you think it'll be in the US tomorrow? Oh man, I can get some sleep. If that's the case, I can get some sleep. But that's what I'm waiting for. If it's okay, so if it's not announced between like 10 to 15 minutes from now, I'm going to bed. Um, I'm going to bed and just I'm hitting the hay. That's what I'm doing. I'm hitting the hay. But one of the features that the Canon R6 Mark II I saw with basically the switch. I don't know if you guys can see that. See if I focus. Okay, see that switch right there? So yeah, look at that. Sometimes I do switch it off and on the R7. So I'm glad that they have it on opposite sides. So like switch to video, and all you have to do is just turn it on, and it'll be on video already. So you don't have to go, you know, you don't have to guess if you're actually doing video instead of photo. Um, so that's good. I'm happy about that. Okay, if it was announced, come on now. I think, I think this is gonna be just like the R7, 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, it was like 10:05, I think, if I remember. It was early in the tens when the R7 was launched, like 10:05 or 10:10. I don't know, but I think it was at 10 o'clock when it was launched. So I'm gonna wait till that, and then if not, I have to end this, guys, because I'm getting tired. But I'm also excited. Do you guys want to see? I want to ask you guys real quick. You guys really want to see a stack sensor on this R6 Mark II? Would that make you buy it? But let's just say it has the R6. I mean the R7's. Remove the record limit, right? And oh, you know what? Also, let me do this real quick. Okay. Oh, hold on a sec. There you go. Well, am I not clicking on it? Okay, here we go. And then I'm hoping it has that kind of menu, like on the Mark II version. So I love the menu system on the Canon cameras. So I'm refreshing Autorama. It is not there yet. and then and then Canon USA. No. I want Canon Japan. Nothing. I bet you. Okay, I'm betting here. I'm betting it's gonna happen at 10. Yeah, but I think yeah, Canon is all about making profit instead of they don't want to lose. They're just like that, and so they want to make as much money as possible, but they don't want to sacrifice too much or compromise too much internal hardware. I think on their cameras because people will not buy their cinema lineup cameras. I mean, that's what I've been hearing for years. Um, so they don't want to take components from away from their cinema lineup, and then yeah, you get the idea. So, by the way, those that are still sticking around, um, if you want to follow me on my, let me put my Instagram here real quick. If you guys have not followed me, most of my wedding trailers, on my Instagram, trailers, first looks. Most of them, I would say, like for right now, 90% of them are shot on the first version of the R6. So, and then the last five on my Instagram, I think those are the R5. So again, I put my Instagram on the chat. You can see my work there on my Instagram. Again, it's on the chat. And you can see my work there. Yeah, let's see. Okay, 10 o'clock. Okay, it's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. Let's see what we got. It's 10 o'clock. Come on now. I'm going to be tired. I'm checking to see if other YouTubers have posted anything. Other content creators. So I'm sorry. I'm not going to call them YouTubers. I'm just going to call them content creators. Oh, someone just came out with... Okay. Hold on a second. There's a video. Okay, guys. Sorry, I have to watch it. Somebody just posted it right now, 53 seconds ago. Dan Watson. Dan Watson just posted it 53 seconds ago. Yep, now I'm getting notifications. Well, more notifications. It's on now, Alex. I know it's on. Okay, I can see it. Yeah. Okay, so they're playing it right now. Dan Watson, that's a... Okay, so somebody here's a YouTuber, he has it.
And I also try to answer every comment in these videos, so definitely hit me some interesting decisions. And I can't... Switch is on the left side, and so it was constantly accidentally...
Okay, so Dan Watson just posted right now, guys.
Keep the power on the left and make the controller for photo to video, which I do like because it makes switching between modes that much faster. On the right,
guys, I'm still waiting for...
That would have been 10 times better in my opinion.
Come on, Adorama.
Lock button, which I never use.
Now, when you're watching a video, it's a long review of a video. I'm waiting for the specs real quick. See if I can get the specs before.
Well, now the lock is part of the dial.
Are you kidding me?
And there are a few times that I turn the camera off, but in reality, I just switch it to lock. Or I thought I was turning it off, but I was just switching it to lock. I'm sure I'll get used to it, but either way, I just wish I could program it to maybe...
Ooh, okay, nothing in here.
One mode or something more useful, or
guys, I'm
get rid of it altogether, make it turn the camera.
Guys, I'm still watching it.
Pretty much the rest of the hardware is identical, and that's mostly a good thing. So nothing on the hardware kind of stands out as exceptional as far as your features and things like that go. But the functionality, with the exception of that lock button, feels great. The ergonomics work well. The viewfinder and the flip screen are solid quality. The mode dial is also pretty easy to accidentally switch. In fact, I actually managed to switch it to bulb mode.
I'm not very
electronic shutter. This has been bumped up to 40 frames per second, which is insane. You should pause on that one because this is actually more than the R3.
Wait, 40 frames per second?
So there will be some restrictions in place with like rolling shutter. However, it is unbelievable. Number one, Canon, thank you for not crippling this camera at all.
I don't think...
Number two is this allows you...
Okay, 40 frames per second. I keep hearing it. So
the R6 Mark II does not use the stack CMOS sensor.
Okay, so it does not have the stack,
which allows the sensor to read images much faster.
So it does not have a stack sensor.
Now, that's absolutely fine. It's not a knock on the camera. I mean, I wish it had a stack CMOS sensor, but there's no camera right now under $4,000 that has that type of technology.
That's so true.
But the main reason this matters and why I'm mentioning it is that Canon threw in this crazy fast frame rate and electronic shutter, which is so good.
So 40 frames per second?
I spent most of my time shooting sports, so having 40
that's really good.
Second was like a dream come true.
That's perfect for photographers. I mean, yeah.
Might be an issue for you. That said, it's still one of the better performing cameras I've seen in electronic shutter. So again, images with moving subjects in camera, which I guess is because the camera is so fast, it can actually pull this off. And it worked. I mean, the camera spit out HDR images even with moving subjects without any issues. I wouldn't personally use this, but it did the trick. Now, something I would use is the burst raw mode, which allows the camera to shoot a 40 frame per second burst. And
so you want to go to raw burst mode. Okay.
Basically always
autofocus.
So another massive improvement is going to be with the autofocus system, which uses what Canon calls deep learning. Now, this is a tech that we're seeing a lot
So it looks like it's going to have the autofocus as well as kind of okay,
too,
similar to
with
this,
really
similar to the
amazing
R7.
subject detection.
Well, I think it's
It
about the
does
same.
have the ability to select the type of subject that you're shooting, but even when I had like a human selected and in view, the camera could still focus on other areas of the image or other objects. And I don't know if this was like a pre-production bug, but if it lost that person, sometimes it would get stuck on another object. It wouldn't always go back to the human unless I just let off the
Okay, hold on
autofocus
a
point
sec.
and using the Canon R6 for video for so many things like weddings, interviews, even my own YouTube videos. And the second biggest thing for me was overheating. And now the R6 II can record 4K up to 30 frames per second oversampled without overheating. And Canon claims it can do over 40 minutes in 4K 60, which is good enough for me. I didn't have a chance to formally test this, but I was shooting in conditions that the original R6 would have definitely failed me in, and I had no overheating warnings or issues at all. Now, all of those autofocus upgrades also made it to video mode. So again, when
They
this thing
removed it.
locked on,
Perfect.
it tracked
They removed the
amazingly well. The
2959.
increase in
Guys,
resolution
they
means that this
removed
camera is
that.
now oversampling
They
at
removed that 2959. Yes.
1K in the original R6. So you have even more detail. Plus, you can shoot 4K up to 60 frames per second, either with a crop or with no crop in oversampled full frame, which is huge. And I shoot a ton of 4K 60. So having that in full frame is a major advantage for me compared to cameras like the
So you
Sony
can record 4K
A7 IV.
60.
You're also going to be able to shoot 6K raw externally to an Atomos recorder, or slow motion is your thing. You can get 180 frames per second in 1080p, which I ended up using quite a bit because
Okay,
I couldn't
so
believe it. All the
1080p has been
images in
bumped up to
this are
180 frames per second.
absolutely great.
So
I mean, I was mixing this in with
it's
4K
interesting.
like
But
crazy, and there is not
but I knew
that
they was not gonna
quality
have that
difference, even though
4K.
this is only
I knew they were gonna
1080p,
not have
you
that
can
because
still
that's not
shoot
gonna be able to do it.
analog at the full 180 frames per second. So just keep in
So
mind that these files are going to already be slowed down when you open them in post, and no sound will be recorded.
so
Also,
no
the
sound. It
video
doesn't
quality
record.
of this camera is absolutely amazing with this 6K oversampling. I mean, I was getting solid dynamic range in log. Even in low light, this thing looked great up to like 12,800 ISO. It even
Yeah, we
looks
know that
slightly
low light
better
it's
than the
gonna be
original
really good.
R6 in my test.
Low light
And you
performance
get
is
that
really good.
same
Okay,
low
I'm
light
just getting more
performance with
information here.
4K 60 since it's also full frame in that mode and still
But
oversampled. Probably
so
the only
they
downside to
took
me
away
is that
this.
you
Okay,
only get
so
10-bit 422 if you're shooting in log or HDR-PQ.
I'm trying to see
It's
where I
the
can
same way
buy
it is with Canon R6 and R5.
it.
So if you're shooting with that standard profile, it's only going to be 8-bit. Plus, the HDMI cable is a micro HDMI.
They
Despite
did not take
more
away that.
evidence that these cables are horrible, I managed to break mine within the first 30 minutes. I don't even have a clue how it happened. It just broke inside the camera. Plus, I'm struggling to even find
They still have
micro
that
HDMI
stupid
cables
micro
that
HDMI.
support 6K 12-bit RAW. There
Oh
are
my
quite a few new
god.
features in this camera, actually more than I expected. So I'll be testing these, and I'll have a video on all of
Yeah,
these over the
they
next
still
few
have that
weeks. But
stupid
you now
micro.
have
Oh, sorry
focus
guys, I have to rent it
tracking, and
out.
it will actually stack the images in camera. So
It's
you don't
so
have to
dumb.
do this in post. You have new markers and guides, including a 9:16 vertical one, which I really needed badly. So thank you. You have false colors, which I didn't expect to see. The hot shoe now uses a new digital interface for communicating with audio devices like their microphones and some new flashes they announced entire day. So in some ways, this kind of felt like a minor update, but mostly just because the original Canon R6 was already so good, it almost didn't need an update. So there's just only so much that you can improve in that short of a time. But it definitely got better, and pretty much everything got
So
better.
no.
So the sensor,
So
frame rate,
okay, so
autofocus,
they're
video
talking about
features.
okay removing
This is
the
now a
limit of
better
it,
camera, really for
but
everyone compared to probably the biggest competition, which is the Sony
they're not.
A7
I
IV.
haven't
The
seen whether it
R6
has
Mark
that
II
feature
has
to
some major
turn on
advantages for both
like
video
the R5. You can
and
turn it out to high
4K
temperature
60.
high.
Even for
So
photographers,
I don't know about
especially
that.
with live and sports
Does
where
that
you
make
need much
sense for
faster
those of you
frame
watching?
rates than the
I wanted to
photographers.
see
But
if
to me, the Canon R6 Mark II, if
they
you look
can
at
because the
cables,
R5 has it and
really
it doesn't
no
overheat in 4K
weaknesses.
60.
All right, there's one weakness, but it's it's not really the camera itself, it's the lenses. So Canon still isn't allowing native third-party lenses. So Sigma and Tamron, they can't work with autofocus. So you either need to pick up
Yeah,
Canon's
it took
RF
third-party
lenses,
lenses. I
and those
mean,
are going to get
yeah,
really
I figured that Canon
expensive.
would do that too.
Also, RF2 is missing
I'm currently
options,
using my.
especially with
I invested
wide
already
range
in
primes,
L lenses,
or you need
anyways.
to use adapters with older EF lenses, which is not a great solution, but something I did.
But
For
yeah, you can
example,
still
with the
use the
Sigma
same one. You have an
1.8
EF
or
and
1.8 because I love having
RF
this
to EF
lens, and I
adapter. Yeah, you
needed to
can still
use
use
an
it with this
adapter
camera. It's
until
great.
today.
But
Actually,
the
the
question is,
135.
can I? Okay, so no stack sensor, and it just has a higher frame rate, 40 frames per second. So yeah, everybody's doing it now. All right, guys. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll keep the live going. I'm just glad. Go ahead and guys, go watch the videos. I'm just waiting for Autorama just to load. Like, hey man, you know what? Let me just do this right now. Yeah, it's not available. So again, I just want to close it real quick, guys. Looks great. Looks great. I'm just glad they removed that stupid 2959, even though it's not stack sensor. It still does great in low light, but they updated the frames, the shooting, not electronically. I don't know what it is, but I just know that the mechanical, it's 40. That's big.
Hi, I'm Gordon from Camera Labs. This is my hands-on first.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's a similar starting price.
That's huge, guys. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed my live. There's a bunch of videos right now popping up, but yeah. So I know for future reference, if it comes out, I'll check. I'll come out. I'll come out at 10 o'clock my time, Mountain time, 10 o'clock. So I'm gonna start watching these videos. Again, guys. So my Instagram, I put it in the chat. You guys can go ahead and just check it out really quick. My Instagram is on the chat, so I put it there, and I share everything with the R6. So for me, it's like I'm gonna start watching these videos, and then I'll give you my initial thought. I'll make a separate video with my really initial thoughts on what I think about it. But so far, it's not been on Adorama. Sorry, I have to check it one more time before I let you guys go. Yeah, it's not on Adorama yet, but I'm keeping my eye out. So, anyways, guys, that's it. I'm gonna end my live stream here. I'm gonna start watching all these videos. Reviewers, they have it before even I do have it. So, again, my name is Alex. Make sure you guys subscribe, and then I'll give you my initial thoughts coming up. Take care.